Clearly, from my intro, this is going to be a very emotional topic. But I feel like it goes completely unnoticed. It goes untalked about, forgotten, brushed under the rug. Sorry. I don't think that people understand that depression is a real thing. It's something that a lot of people go through. Like, I'm not really sure of the statistics, and I'm not really sure of how many people in my life suffer from depression. I just know about me. And I really, really hate when people say, "Why are you depressed?" I mean, like, if I knew why, then I would fix it. I'd have an answer and I would heal myself. People think that depression is like just a emotion. It is not an emotion. Depression is a viral, sickening disease. And you go to the doctors, you go see counselors, psychologists, whatever. They dope you up. They prescribe you anything that they feel will help, that they think will help. They don't really know because they're not you. They're not your brain. They're not your body. They're not your emotions, your feelings. They don't know. So they just give you what Google says will help. They give you what the book says will help. I'm tired of books, okay? I am tired of medicine. I am tired of the whys. And I'm tired of the it'll be okay and you'll get over it. It'll pass. I'm tired of people brushing it under the rug like it's just something that is like it's a pass or fail, like it's a grade or something. Like, oh, whatever, you know, whatever. It's depression. She's depressed. Oh, whatever. Leave her alone for a while. She'll be okay. I find that when you leave a depressed person alone, it just gives them time to think and to get more into their emotions and to get even deeper into that depression. So, sometimes all it takes is a text or a call or even a smile. How are you? Or how was your day? How do you feel? A lot of people think that because you're depressed that you want to be alone. It's some people do, and some people don't. I myself, I give off the vibe. I give off the vibe that I want to be alone. But if you really know me, I need conversation. Sometimes I need a hug. Sometimes I just need someone to tell me, that they're there. Instead of them just saying, it's okay, it's not okay. It's sickening. It's a disease. And there's really no cure for it. A lot of people, have died, committed suicide from depression, and I've contemplated it 1,000 times. I've truly, truly, truly thought about it a lot. A lot. I acted on it once. And my mom called the ambulance and 911 and the police came and took me to the hospital, and I was on suicide watch, and she called my whole freaking family. And It was like, damn, I have to have a brush with death for, my family to actually check on me, for people to be like, maybe she's not okay, maybe she's not so perfect or happy all the time. And people are always like, oh, you have everything that you need, your life is amazing. Material things do not fix anything. That's like trying to put a house together with Elmer's glue. It might stick, but it's not going to hold up forever. It might not even hold up for 30 minutes. And there are some days where I feel really good. I feel absolutely amazing some days. And then there are days where I'm just like, I don't want to move. I don't want to get out of bed. And it's like, where did it come from? And I don't know. But people are always like, well, you were just fine yesterday. And that was yesterday. Today is a whole new day. Depression is like that. And suicide is like that. Just as I'm here now, I could be gone tomorrow. And I don't really think there are specific things that trigger my depression. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't really think there are specific things that make me feel like, there's nothing that really triggers it. It just happens. And, people are always like, well, when did it start? Where did it come from? I never really had an answer, And then the more that I think about it, I've always had my mom and a lot of women in my family. One person can't raise a kid, it takes a village. And I had that. But for some reason, every time I get sad or, I cut my finger or I break something or something hurts, I think about my dad. And he's not dead or anything. But he wasn't there. He says he was, but I don't remember him ever being there. I just remember it being my mom, my sister, my grandma, my aunts, my uncles. But never my father. I don't remember him. And people are like, forgive him for yourself, I've tried that, and I guess I'm not the bigger person that I thought that I was, and a part of me kind of still wants him to step up a little bit and be my dad, but then it's like, hell, I'm 24 years old. I didn't have one then. What do I need one now? But then it goes back to every time I cry or I'm scared, I want my dad. Every little girl is supposed to have their father. And I didn't get that. So yeah, I have daddy issues. Who cares, right? Wrong. I care. I hurt from that. I think about him a lot. And I see him. I see him often. Well, not too often, but he's around. I see him. It doesn't help. It doesn't fix anything. He's never apologized or anything like that. But I guess it's life, you can't choose your parents from the womb, You're brought into this world, and you just have to roll with what you're given. They say, if you're given lemons, make lemonade. I think that if I was actually given lemons, I'd probably throw them at them. So, I don't know. And then, on top of the daddy issues, I was very sheltered as a kid. I wasn't like a lot of the teenagers nowadays, just roaming free. When I go out to the mall and stuff, I see kids, little teenagers by themselves. They get dropped off at the mall, hang out with their friends. I wasn't like that. I didn't have friends. I was bullied a lot, picked on, called names daily. It got so bad to the point where I had to get homeschooled from sophomore to senior year because people just wouldn't stop picking on me, and I never learned to stick up for myself until I was older and out of school. And even now, I'm not really the confrontational type. I'm clearly a crybaby, but it's life. But I was sheltered as a kid. I was always up under my mom. Like all the time. That is an amazing woman. My mom is God sent. Like she's literally an angel. And I'm not really sure where I would be if it wasn't for my mom. Like, I probably would have given up a long time ago and just called it quits. But she was always there. Always there. Even when I didn't want her there, she was there. And people say, never take your parents for granted because you could lose them in a second. And I get that. I really do. I get it. Because I'd probably die without my mom. I love her. She's actually getting married in June, and she texts me and asks, could she get my son? And I'm like, yeah. She said that they were going, her and my son and my two nieces, my sister's kids, were going over her fiance's house. And she goes, we're going to go over their new pawpaw's house. And she said, sorry it took so long to find them a good grandpa. And the man that she's marrying, he's amazing. And I'm so happy for her. He's a great guy. Like, if I could pick anybody in the world for my mom to fall in love with, it would be him. If I could pick anybody in the world to be my stepdad, it would be him. Because he's just something else. He's quiet, but you can tell that his heart is so genuine. And that is rare to find. It is so hard to find genuine, caring people. So, kudos to my mom for finding my son and my nieces an amazing grandpa. And I don't think I'm too old to be adopted. So, an amazing stepdad, too. It's just, everybody around me seems so happy. Where's my happiness at? My son, he's a firecracker. But he's my happiness. He makes me mad, though, when he doesn't listen. He does upset me, but at the end of the day, I just look at him and I just see my life all over again. I see me in him 1,000 times over. And I'm not a perfect person, you know. There's no such thing as a perfect person or a perfect parent, perfect mother, father, clearly. But I guess, you know, you're perfect if you try. You are amazing when you try. As long as you don't give up, people always like. And I'm the type of person that would say it too to other people when they're sad because I'm always trying to bring someone up, even when I'm at my lowest point. And that, I mean, that's just who I am. I always try to think positive, even though depression is like the grim reaper, you know. Like sometimes you just see dark clouds and there's someone hanging over your shoulder 24/7 just waiting for you to give up. Just waiting for you to cave in and say, I'm done. You know, I can't take it anymore. I've been there. I've taken sleeping pills just to go to bed, just so I wouldn't have to think about how sad I was, or so I wouldn't have to feel any of the pain. And I think that everybody makes mistakes. You know, I've made plenty of mistakes, but I honestly feel like the worst mistake I've ever made was bottling up all of my emotions and keeping them inside instead of saying, you know what, maybe I should talk to somebody. Because when you keep all of your emotions bottled up and you don't talk to anyone, you don't tell anybody about how you feel or how, you know, your day was, you end up like this. Okay? Nose all stuffy, eyes all puffy, just a disaster. And everybody has a breaking point, and I've hit that fine line. Like this is the breaking point, and I've been here. I've been here, but never really, I never really gave up. There was always something on the other side of me that said, you know what, it could be worse. You could lose everybody in your life, and you could be alone. It could be worse. You could wake up tomorrow and your house could catch on fire. It could be worse. Just because something doesn't go your way today, it doesn't mean that something won't go your way tomorrow. And I have to keep reminding myself of that daily. You know, it could be worse. So I don't know. I really didn't expect to cry this whole freaking video. If I post it, I post it. I'm not looking for attention. I'm not looking for anybody to feel bad for me. I just thought I would address it because I feel like depression just goes unnoticed. So I felt like, hey, let's talk about it, you know? And my tears aren't going to help anybody else. Hell, you might watch this video and be like, she's crazy. And you might watch this video and it might make you think about a friend that you know or someone that you lost, or it might make you want to reach out to somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time and be like, how are you doing today? It's been a minute. Sometimes all it really takes is a smile. When you see someone walking with their head down, just smile at them. Say hi. You never know. You could really make somebody's day. But sometimes depression is inevitable and people really do give up and call it quits. suicide is not a joke either. Depression is a viral disease, as I said before, but suicide is you leave everyone behind when you go. When you're depressed, you feel like nobody is there for you, nobody cares. But then when you go, everybody wants to be sad, mourn you, and think about all the memories and post you on their Facebooks and Instagrams and Twitters and Snapchats. Oh, I miss you. Why do people wait until it's too late? If you miss someone, tell them now. Don't wait until they're gone. Tell them now. Hey, let's link up. Let's go catch a movie. Let's hang out. Let's talk. It's been a minute. Don't wait a minute too late.